Hello everyone and welcome to Odoo Experience 2021. My name is Clément and I'm super happy to start this talk about the new features of the website builder. During the past year, many features have been developed by your team to take the website builder app to the next level. So let's discover together what's new in version 15. The new website configurator is a great feature for people who don't know how to start creating their website or don't have any designing skills. In version 15, every time you start a new website, you can fill in a form with your business details and the objectives of your website. For example, let's say I want to create an online store for my t-shirts company with the main objectives of developing the brand. On the next page, Odoo will suggest some color palettes to match the brand style. You can even upload your own logo and a specific color palette will be created based on it. Then you can select the pages you want to display on your website. No need to create each page individually anymore. From this page, you can also easily add other features on your website, such as e-commerce, events, or e-learning. You will then get 3 website templates based on your previous answers with related pictures included in the theme. Select the template you prefer and let's see what happens. As you can see, the architecture of your website is already done and you are entering the edit mode directly. All you have to do now is to adapt the text and select the pictures you prefer. In Odoo 15, every website theme has been refactored to get in line with modern design trends. The layout and the style of each theme has been adapted, as well as each snippet. Our designers selected the best fonts, color palettes, and pictures to provide a theme for each industry. Every theme is natively compatible with mobile devices. You don't have to create a second version of your website because each building block is responsive by default. Moreover, a new option has been added to hide specific content blocks on mobile devices, if you don't want them to be displayed on smaller screens. Gradients are a great design feature. It gives your website a modern style by combining 2 colors together. You can now apply gradients on text in Odoo. After selecting your content, click on the New Gradients tab to access this option. From there, you can either choose among a list of predefined gradients or define a custom one. You can choose between linear and radial gradients and use the color picker tool to precisely define the color parameter such as transparency or angle. Gradients are not only exclusive for text. You can also design beautiful blocks by applying the same actions on backgrounds. In Odoo 14, we introduce shapes as a new feature in a website editor. It's also a great tool to give a modern and aesthetic look to your website. Indeed, using shapes on your pages gives an asymmetric style and makes your website less boring. We've continued improving this feature by now giving life to shapes. In the new version, users can select animated shapes and apply it on blocks such as pictures. The shape color is automatically generated based on your website color palette, but feel free to access the color picker tool to use your preferred color. Website animations are not a new feature, but the usability of this functionality has been improved in version 15. First, animations are now installed by default in any database. Then you can now animate text only, while before you had to animate the whole block, which was not always convenient. Moreover, you can now animate any content block, which was sometimes not possible in the previous versions. And finally, you can decide when the animation is launched, first time only or every time it appears on the screen. Well, let me now give you a quick advice. If you master and combine gradients, animations, and shapes, you could easily get a stunning design for your website. Feel free to follow the other talks about web design during Odoo Experience to learn how to create your own beautiful website. A snippet is a block of content that you can drag and drop on your website. The website builder already comes with a large selection of different snippets covering many features such as newsletter subscription, blog posts, integrated forms, and many more. Odoo continues releasing new snippets across versions, and the latest one is not an exception. In the new website editor, you will now find a donation snippet. Once dropped on the page, you'll be able to ask people to select a donation amount. There are some options, such as the display type, the prefiling fields option, description, or custom amount slider. When they click on the donate button, visitors are redirected to a straightforward payment page, where they only have to fill in their contact details and process the donation through the payment acquirer that you have configured. You'll see that donation is also available as inner content blocks, meaning that you can include it in another snippet, such as column. Sometimes you might want to customize your website with external elements. Many external services propose to integrate their content on your website. Basically, you will receive some lines of code that you will have to insert in the HTML code of your website. For example, with Google My Maps, you could share your custom maps on your website. To make this step easier, we have developed the new Embed code snippet. This snippet allows you to add your own HTML code to your website without opening the HTML editor. You simply have to replace your content between the two div tags that you will find when clicking on the Edit button. Let's take one of my favorite examples. I'm going on a 3D product viewer such as saydoc.com, and I copy the embed code on my Odoo website. Let's see what happens. That's cool now, a 3D product viewer on the front page of my Odoo website. I think it's really great to impress my future visitors. By the way, using this snippet allows you to move the new content block on your page, which is not possible when adding your custom code in the HTML editor directly. The Masonry snippet is a convenient way to display website content on a grid. It has been in Odoo for many versions, but we realized that the usability was sometimes difficult, especially when you wanted to change the position of the inner blocks. That's why we've created some predefined templates to help you achieve the best layout in a few seconds. That's a small improvement, but it will definitely make you spare a lot of time. Until now, the search bar snippet was only available for searching products. However, sometimes you might want to let your visitors search for any other content, such as blog posts or keywords in forum. As you can guess, we have extended the search results to any other data models related to your website. There are some extra configurations, such as the order for items in the list, the number of suggestions per request, or what kind of information should appear on the results. Talking about snippets, the latest Odoo version comes with a very cool saving option. This feature allows you to save any snippet that you would have modified and reuse it on any other page of your website. To do it, simply click on the Save button after you have modified any building blocks. You will have to reload the page, and then you will find all your custom snippets on top of the selection. You can even rename it if needed. The website builder comes with a mega menu option. Mega menu gives the possibility to create a full-size submenu when clicking on a principal menu item. This option is really convenient to display products categories. However, until now, the modification of this menu was quite difficult and didn't follow the same logic as the header or footer edition. That's why we decided to create some templates selectable from the edit panel directly. This option makes the edition of your menu easier and also improves the navigation on your website. The link edition has been reviewed in Odoo 15. The feature has been moved into the right panel. Today, it's even possible to attach a file in order to create a direct download link. To do it, simply select the text, click on the link button, select your file, select the download option, choose your button style, and that's it. The next feature is really nice for marketing purposes. It's all about giving conditional visibility on building blocks. You can decide what visitors can see based on their profile. So, let's start by dropping a content block on my homepage. Let's say I want to give a 10% discount to my French visitors because it's the French week on my website. Of course, I don't want worldwide customers to see this banner, only the French ones. To achieve this, I can now use the new visibility option. When I select conditionally, Odoo allows me to define the targeted audience based on their language or the source they come from. In the language tab, I will then select the French language. So, as you can see, there is no banner when English language is selected on my website, but as soon as I change the language to French, the banner appears on my homepage. Creating a dynamic form wasn't possible in Odoo, but in version 15, you can change the field label based on the previous answers in the same form. Let's say I want to create an help desk form on my website. In this scenario, in order to be sure that my visitors is an existing customer, I need his contract number. However, asking his contract number only makes sense if it's actually customer. That's why I will add a condition on that field. To do so, add a new field on the form and rename it. Then, click on the Visibility tab and select the parent field. Write the condition, and that's all. As you can see, depending on the answer of the above question, the contract number field appears or not. So, what is the next step if you want to create your own website with Odoo? If you don't know it yet, you can start creating your free hosted website on odoo.com. You can launch a new database by clicking on Start Now and select the website module. As long as you only keep this module, you'll be able to use Odoo Online without subscription and then create a website for free. As a conclusion of this talk, the website builder has been highly improved in version 15 and appears as a serious alternative to the other traditional website creation platform. Among all the great features, the main advantage of our builder remains the native integration with all the other Odoo applications. You won't find such a level of integration in any other tool. And it's only the beginning. We will continue improving the builder across the future version of Odoo. By the way, let us know in the comment section what feature you would like to see the most in the future Odoo editions. I'm now moving to the Q&A session, so feel free to ask me your question in the chat. I wish you all a great Odoo experience and see you soon.
Wow, Clem, what an amazing talk, what an amazing product. It's incredible what we see the improvement of this website application. Let's start actually the Q&A right now. A lot of people want actually to get some more information actually that they had already.
Okay, sure.
All right?
Yeah.
So let's start with the first question. Everyone is asking, all right, about these themes actually.
Yeah.
So how can we edit them? How can you make sure that you want to adapt it?
Okay, so we have decided to develop 25 standard themes in the builder. So from when you start a new website, you can choose among a list of 25 themes, and we have developed one theme for each industry. So it's super convenient if you run, I don't know, like a manufacturing business, you will probably find something that is very suitable for your business. But if you run a restaurant, for example, you will have another theme. And in each theme, we have defined some specific colors and specific pictures to ensure,
That represent.
that represent your business. So, but also we have the new website. We have the new website configurator feature that is very nice and will help you to build in a few seconds a website related to your industry, but also to the objectives of your website.
Okay. All right. Next question. What about the possible languages basically that can appear on the website?
Yes.
Multi-language.
So basically, you can translate your website in many languages, and based on the IP location of your visitors, you can change the language of the website. If you go on odoo.com, our website, you'll see that if you go on the website from France, you will have it in French. But if you go in the UK, for example, you will have it in English. And you can do exactly the same on your own website. And that's super nice because you can also use the new features that will allow you to define a specific block based on the language of your customer. So you can really target your audience and change the content on each version of your website. Yeah, if you want, I can also show you after how to set up if we still have time.
Yeah. What about actually the configuration of getting multiple colors actually out of the theme? How can you make sure that this color is really representative from your company?
Okay, so that's a great features, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in the next talk. In 1 hour, we have really a tutorial about web design, but I can already show you. So you could use a tool like Adobe Color. So if you go on Adobe Color, you can create your own palette. So here on my screen, you'll see the website. Sorry, it's a bit zoomed, but and from there you can upload an image, for example, your logo, and you'll find the colors of your logo. But you can also use the tool integrated in the new website configurator.
Okay.
When you start a new website with this configurator, you can select a color palette, but you can also upload your own logo directly. So basically, that's the same feature for your logo, and it creates directly the palette for your website. So it's really nice to be sure that the colors used on your logo are represented on your website.
Okay. Great. 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 What about the SEO strategy? Actually, what have been actually done to improve this?
I mean, SEO, it's all about content. So whatever the platform you use, what is very important is the content that you actually provide on the website. But with Odoo, we have created some tools to help you build the best content. So when you go on the website, you could, sorry, I have to first save, and now I can go in Promote tab here, and you'll see that you can optimize the SEO. So basically, you can already change the preview on search engines, and you can also set up specific description, but you could also use some keywords. So you could type some keywords. So for example, I will drop a new content block here. So I will say, I don't know, let's say that I'm selling t-shirts, okay? T-shirts. And now I will save it, and the tool will help me to determine in what content my word t-shirt, for example, is a reference. So let's say I'm going to type t-shirts here, and you see Odoo tells me, okay, this keyword is located in H1 and in the content of your website. And next to this feature, you see that you have related keywords. The related keywords are the words that are the most searched on with t-shirts on search engines. So let's say t-shirt printing, for example, and you'll say how many times my other words are referred in my website. You can also change the social preview. So basically, when let's say you are sharing your website on LinkedIn, this is the preview, so what people will see on the sharing link. And last tool that is really useful for the search engine optimization. So let's go into my website here, and let's add, for example, some images here. If I click on an image, I can set up a alt tag and a title tag, which are also very important for the SEO. I won't do a SEO course right now, but we have a documentation that is quite well explained on our website to help you build the best content for your own website.
All right, great, great. Another question actually that arises a lot is actually about the mobile view. What actually can you comment about this improvement?
Okay, so it's a bit technical, but I mean, Odoo is using a framework called Bootstrap, and Bootstrap allows you to get a native mobile view by default. So each block will be responsive, so adapted on mobile devices by default. So here I can directly see the preview. You see, for example, my 3 columns here will be directly well displayed on my mobile edition. Also, what you can do for mobile edition, you can edit a block, and let's say I don't want to display this column, I can simply hide it on mobile devices, but I already showed the features in the talk.
Okay, all right, here we do have a question actually about the quality, basically, of the picture, etc. Is Odoo limited at some point of the storage of these document pictures, etc.?
No, that's a very good thing. Odoo do not have a limit in terms of hosting, so you won't have to pay more if you upload more content on the website, or if you reach a specific. I mean, if your website is too
Limit,
heavy,
yeah.
a limit. But regarding the size of the picture, you can when you click on a picture, you can here define the size. Of course, for some reason you don't want to have. I mean, if your picture is in good quality, you don't especially want something super heavy. Otherwise, it's gonna slow down the refreshing speed of the website. So it's not also very good for SEO.
Yeah.
So you can just determine the quality that you want, and you have a slider here if you want to play with it.
All right. Okay, let's jump into the e-commerce part at some point. We do have some questions about the payments, about the providers, about like the usability, maybe some additional info.
Okay, so I mean, here it's not really a talk related to e-commerce, and we have one just after, so I won't take all the questions. Otherwise, Pat would have any other question. But I would say, yeah, of course we can link payment providers to Odoo, and also we have developed a new payment providers, Odoo Payments, and we have also talked about this. So I would prefer answering the question related to pure website builder instead of e-commerce.
Great, great. All right, Clément, what would you how would you recommend the Odoo website 15 to basically to the companies that already have a website actually to switch it up?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, we often have the case. I mean, we have some customers coming to us, and they already paid. Thousands, sometimes of euros to create a website, and then they want to integrate it with Odoo. At some point, we could make some integration. I mean, if you have a WordPress website and you want the form to be related, I mean, every time a form is sent on your website and you want it to link with your Odoo CRM, you could do it. But again, the real goal of using Odoo is to foster integration. So I understand the question, but at the same time, I would say that nothing is better than having everything integrated at the same place.
Yep.
So if you can do it, of course you should do it. So, yeah.
Okay. What about actually, imagine a group with different companies, and you would like to edit all the themes in one shot. Is that feasible to change the themes of all the different websites of a group with different companies?
You mean like in a multi-website setup?
Environment?
Not really, because each website on Odoo, first, it's a good thing to mention. We have a multi-website configuration. So if you want to use the same Odoo database with different websites, you can do it. So that's the first thing. But moreover, each website of this database is linked to one team. So I mean, you cannot change in bulk all the teams, but of course you can change a team. And to change a team, it's quite easy. Actually, I can show you. So if you go into the configuration here in the team, you can simply click on switch team, and then you will be redirected to the team selection page. So that's super convenient.
Okay. Another questions actually tackle the usability. So obviously this is one of the key things, either on the front end, either on the back end of the new solution of Odoo. Do you think actually that is a game changer in terms of usability based on the previous version?
I mean, yes. I would say in usability, we have developed some. Of course, I would say that's the goal of improving the product. We have developed the features. Let's take the example of the mega menu, for example. Previously, that was a feature that we have, so you can have a mega menu in a website. But previously, the usability of the setting up a mega menu was not optimal. But yeah, in the new version, we changed the way users can use this feature. And I mean, the features has not really changed, but the way you can use it and the easiness to use it has changed. And yeah, in general, I would say that Odoo is super easy to use. I mean, even if we only speak about launching the website, you go on odoo.com, you click on the start now, you fill in a form, and I mean, 5 seconds later, you have a website. And that's not always the case if you use some competitors.
All right. Here we do have a questions actually about is it feasible to make like dynamic presentation in the website and make it like sort of interactive dynamic flows?
It really depends what you want to achieve, but I mean, we have many. I think the content is already dynamic. And speaking about dynamic, but it's again, it's a bit related to e-commerce, but I will I will show you. But you can create some interaction between the database and I'm speaking about the product database and the front end of your website. For example, you could display some items that comes directly from the backend. So configure previously in the backend. So actually, this is this one, the product dynamic content here. You see, you could have like a Google Map integration, which is also like dynamic content. You could have blog posts, yeah, many stuff that could be linked and dynamic.
Okay, great. Maybe we're gonna finish this actually with a last question, Clément.
Already.
What do you think actually could be more improved for the V16 in terms of website?
Personally, I think the website builder is really nice. Right now, we achieve a very great product.
Yep.
But yeah, there are some points where we could improve. I would say the mobile edition could be improved and giving even more flexibility on the edition. Maybe the way you can link a domain name also. But that's not a problem because we are working on this task and this is going to be improved in the very near future. So that's great.
Yeah, for sure. But what a great achievement actually. So guys, don't hesitate to create a new database on the website of V15 to check that out. Thank you for attending this talk and happy Odoo experience.
Yeah, thank you.